Good afternoon. I am Ryan Thurman. I am a senior media studies major, hailing from the great city of Decatur, Georgia, and I serve as the 12th Mister Fort Valley State University. I wanted to talk to you all just about my story. It's really about my story, man. I come from Decatur, Georgia, DeKalb County, which is from Twiggs County, probably about 2 hours from here. So I grew up like, if y'all hearing the songs, Zone 6, East Atlanta, you know, all that good stuff. Right. So I grew up in that area. And when I was in high school, I went to Southwest DeKalb High School, and I played basketball all 4 years at Southwest DeKalb. My dream was to go to the NBA. I wanted to play college ball, but just coming out of high school, I just didn't have it like that. I didn't have no offers. I didn't have anybody looking after me, so I had to figure out what I wanted to do in life besides basketball. So it was towards the end of my senior year. I'm starting to apply to different schools, and every school denied my application. I had a 3.2 GPA graduating high school. However, you need certain scores as far as SAT and ACT to get admitted into different colleges and universities. So unfortunately, I didn't have the test scores for that. However, even though Fort Valley State University denied my application, they emailed me back and said, hey, we got this program that if you're on campus for 5 weeks in the summer, you'll automatically be admitted into the university. So I did that. I did my 5-week program, and that's how I got into Fort Valley State University. So my first year at Fort Valley, fall 2015, I remember going to every class. I'd take my notes, you know, almost perfect attendance. But then midterms came around, and on every midterm grade that I received that semester, D's and F's. Now, it wasn't like I was skipping class. It wasn't like I wasn't paying attention in class. I would really just show up to class, and I would be there, but not be in the class. If y'all feel what I'm saying, y'all know how y'all kind of zone out. That's what it was for me. So we have a period every semester called advisement, where you get advised for your classes for the next semester. And as I'm getting advised, the lady who's registering me for my classes, she's looking at the computer screen with this look on her face. And I already knew what she was looking at, but you know, she said, Mr. Thurman, what have you been doing these past 6 weeks? I was like, I've been going to class. You know, what's good? I've been here. Well, with how your midterm grades are looking, you might as well drop out now and work at McDonald's for the rest of your life. So she told me that, and I was a person, now I would get tried or I would get insulted and wouldn't even realize it until someone tells me, oh, you know, she just tried you. So when I told my friends about it, they said, hey man, you know, I don't think that was appropriate of her saying. I didn't go back and try to get a reaction out of it. I just said, you know what, let me do what I need to do so I can continue to stay in school. Because if you fail too many classes your first year of school, you out of there. Like, no hesitation. They'll send you a nice little letter to you. They'll send a nice little letter to mom and dad saying, hey, your child is on academic probation, and he or she is going to have to sit out a semester or two. Then we might let them come back. They might let you come back. And that's the reality of it in college if you don't do what you're supposed to do. But anyways, I got right. I passed every single class that semester. And that's when I knew that I said I have to make a change. But I knew I had to make a change, but I was still doing the same old thing. I'll wake up, I'll go to class, I'll go to the cafeteria, I'll go to the old gym, have a little hoop session or whatever, go back to the room, play some 2K. If the Warriors or LeBron was playing that night, I'll be watching the game, go to sleep, same thing over again. And I kept doing that. And now we're in my sophomore year. And I'm still doing the same thing. I'm passing my classes, barely passing my classes, getting the C's and whatnot. But I'm still doing the same thing over and over again. And it wasn't until the second semester of my second year in college, my sophomore year, when I was like, okay, I really need to do something different. Because me holding on to this hoop dream ain't going to cut it for me. Don't get me wrong, I love basketball. That's what I do. I grew up playing basketball. I was pretty much this height in the 7th grade. I thought I was going to be 6'9", 6'10", you know what I'm saying? But it just didn't work out for me. So now, like I said, I have to realize like what's more important. Is that an announcement or? Okay. So I had to realize what was more important. So about the second semester of my sophomore year, I got involved on campus, and I joined an organization called Student Ambassadors. So with the Student Ambassadors, basically you're one of the many faces of the school. You give campus tours, you host many different different events. You have the luxury of traveling to different high schools around Georgia to recruit high school seniors to come to Fort Valley State University. And within that change of basically me getting involved, I said I need to step up my professional dress. And growing up, my grandfather always wanted me to wear suits. He bought all these ties for me, all these different stylish hats. And I'm just like, Granddaddy, that's not me. I want to wear my hoodie, my sweatpants, my J's, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? I was a hooper. That's all we wore. Y'all know, football players too. Y'all know that's all y'all really want to wear. It's being comfortable. But what I realized is that as you get older, what you wear matters. This suit can make or break me getting a job somewhere. I could just be going to the bank and somebody say, hey, who are you? I'm Ryan Thurman, I'm Mister Fort Valley State University. Hey, that's a nice suit you got on. Hey, I work for this company, and then you never know what can happen after that. You know what I'm saying? You want to set yourself up for an opportunity. Everywhere I go now, this is how I dress. Everywhere I go. You can ask anybody on Fort Valley State University's campus. I dress like this Monday through Thursday. Sometimes Fridays I dress down a little bit, but that's what as young black African American men, that's what we have to do, because they're not taking us serious out here. Y'all see who's in office. Y'all see what they're trying to do. So they're not taking us serious. So now you have to be different. That's what I want y'all to remember. Y'all want to be different. Now y'all still young, y'all still figuring it out. But as you get older, you want to implement more business wear into your wardrobe. But moving right along to my junior year, I started getting more involved. My face is getting around. People starting to see who I am. And somebody brought to my attention, they said, Ryan, I think you should run for Mister Fort Valley State University. So I'm looking at her like, oh, no, thank you. I will gladly decline that offer, because I thought I wasn't ready. I thought I wasn't prepared for a title such as Mister Fort Valley State University. So the year went on. I'm still getting involved. I'm still, going through my changes. I'm developing as a young man. In my fourth year of school, I was given the opportunity to go to a conference in Atlanta to escort Miss Fort Valley State University in a pageant. There's a pageant called the National Black College Hall of Fame Association pageant. And every year they have a queen to represent their organization from an HBCU. So I had the opportunity to go to that conference and see many different other HBCU kings and queens around the nation. And what made me realize that this was for me is that these young men and women look exactly like me. They're doing the same exact thing that I'm doing. They just got the title with it. And it made me realize that I'm probably, I can probably do this. However, it's my fourth year of school, and I'm like, yeah, I'm finna graduate. Probably my time has run out too little, too late. So, after that conference back in last September 2018, I came home. I came back to my dorm room. I'm tired. I was kind of overwhelmed, because I just saw, just everything that was going on, and I just didn't know how to take it. So I get a phone call. It's a guy on our campus. He called me and said, hey, Ryan, we having Wildcat Worship tonight, and Wildcat Worship is basically a church service for students in the evening time on every other Sundays on our campus at Fort Valley State University. But yeah, Ryan, we have our guest church here, and our guest minister is here, but we don't have a drummer. And Ryan, we want you to play the drums tonight. Can you come through? So I'm tired. I just came back from this trip. We waking up 5 in the morning every day. I wanted to get some rest, but I went to the church service, and my intentions were to play the drums that night. But when I got there, there was a drummer already there. There was a drummer already in place. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, should I stay? Should I go? I'm tired. I'm upset. I'm a Falcons fan. We lost that day. So, it was just a lot going on. So, and it's okay if I can kind of take it to church a little bit. Is that okay if I take it to church a little bit? So, I went there, and I knew God was speaking to me. I knew God was speaking to me at the conference that I just came from. But I asked God, I said, God, I said, God, if you want me to do this, if this is what you want me to do, just give me more notifications, because I don't know what you're trying to tell me right now. So I just found out that I wasn't graduating in December 2019, that I'll be graduating in May 2020. So that was one sign. The second sign I received, when the pastor started preaching, the sermon that he spoke off of, the scripture that he used for his sermon was Jeremiah 29, verse 11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope." So now I'm like, yo, he really speaking to me. So now, all my life, I grew up in the church. I never really been spiritually overwhelmed. I never was the type to shed tears in a church service. So I'm listening to the message hitting me hard, and it's like, whoa, what is going on right now? And have y'all ever been to a church where the pastor's like, if you need some prayer, come to the altar, I'll come pray for you? I've never been the type to go up and do that. But for the first time in my life, I went up there, and as he's going by one by one, by every individual, he's going one by one, saying, God is going to do this for you. I declare this for you. This is going to happen for you. And he gets to me and said, God is about to blow your mind. He is about to bless you with something that you thought that you wasn't able to obtain. And now I stand before you as Mr. Fort Valley State University. Before I take my seat, I want to encourage you all to go to at least an HBCU. Because HBCUs are here for us. They are here to help us. They are here to brush up on our professional and our personal skills as a young African American, as young African American men and women. They are here for us. And I know that I mentioned about my delayed graduation. Yes, I'll be graduating in May. I am a fifth-year college student, but I do not want you all to feel bad if you do go to college, that you don't graduate in 4 years. Growing up, a lot of people say, yeah, we want you in 4 years, get you in 4, get you out in 4. However, sometimes it's not the case. Things happen. I had to change my major twice. Things happen as long as you graduate. As long as you graduate, you get your bachelor's in whatever you want to study, that's all that matters. But ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I want y'all to, be bold, be different, be great. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I just want to, where's Mr. Harris? Okay, well, I just want to thank Mr. Harris for allowing me to speak to you all today. I'm really excited. It's actually my first time speaking in front of a large, not a large crowd, but y'all know, this is my first real speaking engagement. So I truly appreciate it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And like I said, Twiggs County, my football players. How many football players we got in here? What's y'all record right now? Okay. Well, y'all keep fighting. Y'all gonna turn around, because believe it or not, y'all mark my words. Y'all mark my words. I may sound a little crazy, but I'm from Atlanta. The Falcons will make it to a wild card berth this year. I'm just trying to let y'all know. All right. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Really, thank you.
On behalf of Isaiah and the class of 2020 and young men, we thank you for coming.
All right, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.